This also gives away the reasoning behind their very fast win times. Moving on over is Summit after his teleport, not going to be able to get over here. Fate has the inside track, but there's an Azir coming in as well. And they want to try and fight this one. That's a flash forward from Croco. Spear is going to land, and first blood goes to Summit, and the double buffs. I take it all. That's a sexy Ignite pickup right there from Fate. Just showing how good he is. Arthur is going to find him moving over here. He's only level 5, and the bubble is going to connect, so no Ragnarok to get rid of that one. Paddlestar not going to do too much, and I think Arthur was hoping that there wasn't quite enough mana left for that bubble, but had just enough as Croco is going to come on over. Chovy over here as well as a track repel comes in. There's the flash crash down as in goes Chovy, gets the Emperor's Divide. Croco, Primal Surge, keeps himself alive as well, but Vista comes on over, and that's going to be a confirmed kill onto the Olaf. Fantastic work for Hanwha to get Arthur back into this one after the unfortunate death. Going to cope with it. Arthur moving on over. Will spot the fact that Shelly has been started, but Chovy without very much priority here in the mid lane, and Effort's just going to roam on through. Ragnarok is there. It's going to get him out of the sleepy trouble bubble as Cannon Barrage comes down as well. No flash, remember, on Effort, and he's just going to be taken down. Last little axe swing, and that will confirm it. Good sidestep, but Arthur is on the wrong side of the map, and he will be taken down. So a 1-for-1 bubble is going to be a little bit short. Shifting Sands gets Chovy out, has to flash to get away from that Void Seeker. And Dudu is also going to pay the price. So Shelly will get started again, and Liiv SANDBOX continue to spot out Croco. Yeah, Vista gets a ward over, but Effort's going to move up, Fate's going to move down, and that is going to be the confirmation. So there we go, Cloud Soul. Absolutely.
Well, and every time that they did try to go for a big initial play, kind of backfired, mainly because of the power of that rel and how well Effort has been moving around the map. And now this third Drake is going to get given over to Liiv SANDBOX. Yes, it's a Cloud Soul, but you're still going to take that any time of the day.
Oh, absolutely. And really good to talk about. See whether they can actually do enough damage to it. No, she's going to turn her eye around, and there goes the turret. Oh, bubble lands. Chovy tries to flash out, but he's not going to be able to. Croco happy to go aggressive. Spear not going to connect his Fate. Flashing on forward with one that he picked up earlier. And Shirley is going to grab a double charge. Who said that the middle child's not the most important? That's 2 turrets that she manages to pick up, and Hanwha, they're falling further and further behind.
And now they're going to try and stay on this turret. Of course, there is a lot of safety involved here. That goes for the 1v1.
Yeah, plate call is good as Root. It's going to have to use that killer instinct. Out goes Vista. Battle Dancer's back to depth as well. Crashdown's great. Magnet Storm's fantastic as the feathers fly, but they don't do enough, and that's the double kill coming through from Fate. And I think that first in the LCK for damage percent is going to continue.
And it's such a quick game as well, right? Like, Liiv SANDBOX are just looking insanely strong here. We talked about you want to out-tempo Hanwha Live. Yes, they have a lot of priority in those lanes, but that was given up quickly with the initial skirmish. I'm not sure what the call there was, because they did back in the brush, but wouldn't have mattered for this Drake specifically, right? Like, they're not going to be able to pick this up. They are way too far behind in terms of spikes. Croco and Fate are monstrous defendants. You know what's really nice, Atlas, is when you're like, okay, Liiv SANDBOX, they need to find the early
back into position, as you can see, in the mid lane now. As Croco, here's the sandwich. Ward goes down, teleport comes in. It is going to be a 4 versus 3. Root still making his way over, but has the killer instinct available. Good knockup as Chovy comes in. Emperor's Divide is massive effort, trying to flash himself out. Are they too far behind though? As it's a 1-for-1. The Gangplank takes down the Rel, but Rel isn't super important right now as Fate just obliterates Deft. And in this chaos, that's where Liiv SANDBOX thrive.
And Liiv SANDBOX seem to have done it here. They seem to have broken Hanwha Live, and this from a team that was on such a rough losing streak that didn't look like they really had found their identity yet. They found it here. It's all in early. Go for these skirmishes, go for the hard commit. And as you said, at this point, even with that beautiful attempt to save it.
All right, Hanwha Esports just basically preparing for the inevitable, trying to think about what to do for the next game. And remember, this is a best of 3. Hanwha Esports have a chance to pull the series back, but this is not a great look for a team that were challenging the top spots here in the LCK.
And I'd also like to flip it around. I love that the LCK is this chaotic, this split, right? Every team just keeps getting beaten. By the time you think they figured it out, they get beaten again. They get like absolutely demolished, and I think that this is one where you go back into the drafting board next game. Okay, we could not get away with this. We took too many early game bad skirmishes, and with this comp, you're in for a whole lot of pain. Second turret about to fall as well.
Yep, Deft at half health already. Does still have the Featherstorm as here's the desperation engage. They look for Root, who's going to get over the wall, but he's burning down. The last tick will do it from the Ignite. So now no Kai'Sa for Liiv SANDBOX, and they will territory. And Liiv SANDBOX need to keep playing clean. It's not like it's just a free victory right now. It's Hanwha Life grouped up as 5. This is a team fight that Liiv SANDBOX are in a great position for. Not necessarily on the Rift, right? They've got all their ducks in order. They've taken the soul. They've got a big advantage for their composition. Now they need to play it out. Vista in flanking angle. Spears raining down. The Elder Drake has been started. Vista spotted on a ward. Should be able to get out with a grand entrance if he would like to, as that bubble somehow lands on to Arthur. But he is not forced to use his Ragnarok or anything like that. Vista is very low. Tries to eat some of the honey fruit as, oh no, Dudu caught out with the bubble. Chovy's going to soak the Paddle Star, and they're just slowly but surely falling down. The quickness goes in, but it's more defensively than offensively as the bubble barely misses Chovy, but they're just trying to get their position. Empress Divide into the backline as Fate's going down so low, but he's got the stopwatch. He's going to be okay. Cannon Barrage trying to keep Dudu in it, and Fate's still raining damage down from everywhere. It's a double kill from the limping Zoe, and a double also through for Summit. They should be able to grab this Elder if they'd like to, but this is definitely game over.
Beautifully played that from Liiv SANDBOX. The restraint on this team, because we said it, if you do go for an immediate all-out fight, if you try to force it, it might still go alright. Instead, they play it so slow. Summit, Croco and Fate got so much damage done before that fight even began, and you see Hanwha Life just slowly having to see territory again and again and again. All the resources.
A bit of a control mage matchup, as he's got a bit of a wry smile on his face, but it is all business for Chovy right now, and I like this comp a little bit more than Hanwha Life. Croco's going to dash on over though, and it's not going to be a fight that he can win right away. He'll have to dodge this spear. Croco gets himself the Conqueror, gets underneath the turret, good sidestep, but Arthur's still so extraordinarily low, burning down. Croco's going to go fishing, and it's going to miss that time around. Oh my goodness, this is so scary. It's like actually fishing for bears in a barrel. Finds the spear as they're going for the dive, as Morgan is able to use that decoy to get himself to relative safety, but it's not enough as they are just under this turret forever. A double kill for Croco. Summit tanks up the turret for him, and once again
he is building up a huge lead here again. And if this top side can keep Snowball, thank you, Croco. Yes, keep going.
We're fighting absolutely everywhere, as you can see. Grand Entrance is fantastic. Arthur's just going to slowly move towards the bottom lane and not participate in this fight at all. Fate's delivered a kill in the river. Morgan was on.
Get away from him. If he's there, the play goes awry. This is just a super straightforward kill.
You've got Samira rotating up here. We're looking for Shirley. Or Shelly, sorry, for Liiv SANDBOX. They've already got this down very, very low as Morgan's going to go in. Does still have his ulti available. Throws it down, trying to Cyclone in here, and they do immediately get rid of the Rel. Summit also a little bit out of position. Fate at full health, looking for the Emperor's Divide, finds 3. Arthur gets in to try and save him, but still, the value's going to be there, right? This is all about getting these plates, as Arthur might just be donating himself over, and he is absolutely doing that. Not sure what he was thinking he could accomplish underneath this turret.
And Hanwha Life is just... this is going to go exactly the same way, Alice. I'm calling it now. Like, the tempo with which Liiv SANDBOX are playing it and the lack of respect being shown from...
The answer so far. As Chovy going to have to flash, and the follow flash is going to be there. Chaos Storm goes down, but Chovy is not escaping this one. That's going to be a free kill over to Fate. They trade flashes, but still, the Azir comes out on top.
Game on relay, but do you know if there's a Croco fan club that we can sign up for? So,
I'm sure there is one, as Arthur is familiar with this, getting trapped underneath turrets and having absolutely no options. It's going to happen once again here in the mid lane.
And a Drake is nice, right? Like, delaying his time. It's actually not a mount. It's a Cloud Soul. Thank you very much. That's really
nailed it. I thought I'd get you off the hook this time around. The Summit looking to dive under the turret. Yeah. Now, see whether this dive is going to work, as yeah, he made it into the brush actually. Is this going to be the answer? As there he is. Okay, Summit going to get knocked up. The spinning from everyone. Summit will be taken down by the Samira, but immediately the double kill comes through because Fate turns up and sweeps the floor with them.
Spin to win, baby. It's a 5k gold lead. That turret was not anywhere to be found by the time they were done with it. And I gotta imagine you're sitting in that brush and you're just like, oh no, they're actually killing the turret. I'm still here. What are we gonna do? And yes, they get the shutdown on Camille, but they get so much more gold over. Now Fade is also getting incredibly fat. And this Liiv SANDBOX topside is just giving an expected to be a 2-1 for Liiv SANDBOX, but that's how it's looking right now.
Yeah, and I was promised the 12-game day, right? This was going to be my 18-game week.
Yeah.
12-game, 6-game day.
But
So, I don't know what's happening here, man. This is looking like a Liiv SANDBOX 2-0 right now, unless something crazy can be pulled out of the hat here from Hanwha Esports. But with their ability to snowball, like, Liiv SANDBOX have just been so good at pushing the limits of their comps, and that's 5 turrets now to 0. Hanwha Esports have, like, they're 3 kills and a dragon away from being perfect gamed right here. And it feels more perfect than it is because that's pretty ridiculous. Here's the team fight though. Chaos Storm trying to get some value. Some knockups are there, but they're way too far behind. Summit's burning down. In goes Morgan, but the Emperor's Divide was still there. Fate's going to be absolutely fine. Spear's still raining through.
Is almost able to still chew through those health bars. And if this wasn't relatively even game, that type of play looks really bad as Summit might get caught.
Yeah, there's the grand entrance. Actually, great answer to the hook shot. Really liked that one. We'll see whether Summit does go down. It looks like he will, as the Inferno trigger is going to be enough. Shirley's going to be traded.
Things besides that one shot down. Be careful though.
Yeah, there's the quickness. Could this be the start of something? Chronicler, that's my question. Def just got 2 kills.
That is a
huge lead. So it looks like Hanwha should be able to get some work done on this turret here. Chovy's going to help take that one down. Gravity Field going to be helping out there is now Croco with his bench.
With how weak Morgan is, how little Arthur can provide this composition. But with Deft being this fat, there's at least a possibility. As they will move on to the Baron here, and it's really rough to move in for Hanwha.
Okay, you can see Effort just staying stalwart out towards that backside as there's the grand entrance. Crashdown going to try and get Effort out to safety. Chaos Storm doing a lot of damage right now as Summit's trying to keep them busy for the moment. Effort almost just dies straight up to that one as in goes Morgan, gets swept out as now Summit looks for the backline, but he gets obliterated. 1 versus 5. Not sure whether I would have taken the amount of damage that is on this team as Croco not going to be able to take away that red buff, and he's also just going to die for it. Goes Golden to see his death as Deft is looking to see whether he can lock down this kill. Root from over the wall, trying to do what he can, but the pounce didn't quite work there and couldn't get into that Baron pit. A little bit unfortunate.
Position is the more items they get, the easier it gets. The Summit is caught.
Oh no. Summit going to be taking a fair bit of damage. There's the Cyclone as Chovy just throws down the Chaos Storm. And yeah, Summit can press as many buttons as he likes. But that's just raw damage coming out of Chovy and there's nothing he can do.
It's more like, imagine playing this game, right? Like, imagine being Liiv SANDBOX. In terms of raw power, I think you're still completely fine here. But the confidence that we saw...
Out of League of Legends. So, you're going to need that as another spear is going to land onto Arthur. Not exactly consequential as Summit looking for this one. Morgan is going to go into his decoy, but look at the amount of damage that does come out. The kill from the Azir, his AoE is just massive as Root's trying to dive on out. Chovy has to flash to get himself out of the way. The tactical sweep is fantastic from Summit, but Chovy's just trying to kite. Manages to take down the Camille as now Croco doesn't find the spear. Chovy, how is he still alive for so long? The fire will take him down from the red buff. And that is an unofficial triple kill there for Fate on the Azir. Everyone's dead outside of Arthur. And that basically means everyone's dead on Hanwha Esports side because I don't know whether this bear turtle tiger guy can really get too much done here.
The flanker gets flanked out. Morgan looking for an angle into the enemy backline so that they can find a big Cyclone, but instead he gets caught on a ward. He gets spotted there, and that means that this might very well be the finish. Liiv SANDBOX possible looking at a 2-0 here, Atlas.
Yep, Vistus is getting ignored as they take down the second Nexus turret. I'm going to be denied my 3 games as Morgan trying to get on in here, but the Nexus is the focus. Root's going to...